Hey everyone, welcome back to my Loom kitchen, and today I'll be showing you how to make these mini jam jars, or they could also be spice jars. All you'd have to do is change the color or change the charm that you'll attach to the front. I'll be showing you how to make the basic jar, and for the charm portion you can choose any charm you wish to put. For my jam, I used the Fruit of the Loom charms of Made by Mommy. If you click on the link below this video, it will take you to the recipe page, and I listed down the number of bands needed for this creation and the colors that I used as well. So check that out, come back, and let's begin. You're going to need your regular loom. If you could remove the center row and have the remaining two rows facing on opposite directions. My front row is facing to the right and my back row is facing to the left. Let's start with the lid portion. So you take two of your lid or your cover bands, then one, and get a single band and just double it on that peg. Put your hook through, pick up that single band and pick up the double band, and let's just bring this across here. And take two again, take one, but lift up this cap band and leave it on your hook. Put down that single band and put the cap band back here. Then loop up. Then move this chain over here. Let's do that again. Two bands. Lift the cap band. Single band. Put your cap band down. Loop this up. We're going to work on a total of 8 pegs, so that's 4 pegs on each side. Let's put this down here. Just put your hook through your cap band and place 2 down again. A single. Place the cap band here. Pick up that chain. Place it down there. So we're finished with 4 pegs on this side. Now let's do 4 pegs on this side. Two bands. Lift your cap band. The single band. Place your cap band there. Loop it up. Take off that chain. And let's just put it on this peg across the 4th peg on the other row. And again, 2 bands, single band, chain, bring that up, let's bring it here. Now fill up 2 more, 2 bands, single band, put the cap band here, and let's put this chain here. One last, pushes down 2 bands. Then just place a single band on top. Just borrow the top portion of that peg. Place your cap band there. Hook through, pick up that single band, pick up the double band, take it off. And that's your starting base for your lid. Now we're on 8 pegs and we're going to do 2 bands all around these 8 pegs. If you could lay out your bands on the top row and the bottom row first, then we lay out the sides last. Now we're going to lift the lower 4 bands on each peg, lift them up and over. Now from the 8 pegs, we're going to go to 10 pegs. So if you look at this sides, smoothen out the sides, and let's extend from here. The top 2 bands should be this band. Pick it up and bring it here. Let's do the same here. Top 2 bands. So on 10 pegs, we're going to do a round of double bands. Again, if you could just lay your bands on the top and the bottom first before the sides. Now we're going to lift the lower bands up and over. There'll be 2 bands to lift up and over on the 2 pegs here, and the rest will have 4. And do one last round on these 10 pegs, and we're going to do single bands. Lift all the lower bands up and over. After the single band round on the 10 pegs for the lid, we're going to now transition into the glass portion. So we have to weave clear bands. So take 2 clear bands and put your hook through this first peg. Pull those clear bands through. Place one end of those clear bands on the peg, and let's place the other end here beside temporarily. Now put your hook through the next. Pick up the next 2. One end goes on the previous peg. The other end goes on the peg to replace. And that's just the same process all around. Last peg. Pull through. Now you're going to pick up the other end of these bands that we placed temporarily on the side and place it there. We're going to need 1 row of double bands on the 10 pegs using your clear glass bands. So again, if you could lay them out on the top and the bottom before the sides. Now lift all the lower 4 bands up and over on each peg. We're now going to have to extend the 12 from these 2 pegs. So the top 2 bands on this side should be coming from this end. Place it there. Top 2 from this side should be coming from here. So now you're on 12 pegs. On these 12 pegs, we're going to transition from the glass to your jam color. So you're going to take 1 glass band and 1 of your jam colored bands. In my case, it's jelly orange. If you'd wanted to attach a charm, this is where you would place it. So on the last area, on these 6 pegs on the side, you have your middle portion. You take your charm, put my hook through, and take my glass band and my jam color band and just pull that through. I'm just going to make it hang there. Now just lift all the lower glass bands up and over on each peg. After that's done, we're on the jam section, and you're just going to take 2 of your jam color and you're going to lay them around the 12 pegs. We're going to need a total of 8 rounds of the jam colored bands on these 12 pegs. 1 round means lay double bands all around the 12 pegs, then you lift all the lower bands up and over on each peg. This is round 1. Pause your video, finish up this round, and then do 7 more rounds after. Unpause when you're done, and we'll resume from there. We're done with 8 rounds on the 12 pegs, and let's push this up so we can close it. To close this off, we're just now going to lay single jam colored bands all around. Lift all the bands up and over, leaving only 2 bands on each peg. Let's close it starting from this peg, but first you go across here, put your hook through, pick up the lower of the 2 bands, and bring it up and over on that starting peg. Hook through, push back the upper 2 bands, pick up the lower band, move it forward, hook through, pick up the lowest band, move it forward. Just going to repeat that all around. Last one. Now back on your starting peg, just place your hook through, tie it off with a slip knot. Help it off the loom. Tuck the bottom portion in. Push the bottom in to shape it. And that's it. So I hope you like it. Enjoy your loom jars.